Yeah,
I think we should be live.
Hack and slashing.
Very cool. And I guess you travel to different kind of biomes.
So what do you guys think about the dungeon? Minecraft dungeons or whatever it's called.
That looked quite interesting.
And environments and
Definitely.
a lot of new.
So yeah, we just watched the show together. I'm here with Mango, and Enemy's friend is here. A few of the Psycraft guys.
Coming soon.
And yeah, I just need to check my
Okay, so let's talk a bit more about the core game, about
my own
Minecraft
Twitch real
itself.
quick.
Now, you guys have obviously been working
to see
really hard
if
on our
everything
next
works, so I
major
can see
update.
the chat as
I'm sure
well,
people will be
and if the
extremely
audio is
excited to
balanced.
see what we've been working on. So
That would be
what's the deal?
interesting.
Yes, so we always try to find like what's a good theme to update next, and
Yeah, okay.
this is something
We're
that
going.
haven't been really improved a lot since its original.
Just let me know if the audio is good in chat. That would be nice.
Actually, more than 7 years ago. So the theme this time is going to be village and pillage.
Village and pillage. All right.
That sounds interesting. Village overhaul, maybe?
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's been almost like 7 years since you've done a dramatic change to the villages, I think.
Yes, finally, villages,
Checked the
please.
Wikipedia recently, so it's pretty amazing.
All right, that's good.
Yes.
Agnes, tell me a bit about what we're actually doing with the villages. How are we improving them?
We have done a lot of things, but one thing is that we're updating the architecture for all villages.
Oh, so the village structure will change,
So the
like
villages
how they look.
themselves will
Wait.
have
Let them
different
talk
looks
first, and then
depending
we.
on the biome. That's right.
Yes, that's right. And I think
Yeah, we have a video to show
show
off
it,
some of
yes.
that might work.
All right.
Oh, it's different.
Oh wow, completely different. All right.
They look almost camouflaged at some point.
Yeah.
It seems interesting.
Stuff. Looks like new crops.
All right.
Absolutely awesome.
All right. Interesting.
Yeah.
So we can see the actual architecture of the villages is influenced by the area it's in, and the materials maybe, yeah.
yes. So all the architecture is adapted to the biome the village is in. So we try to only use material from that village, and we try to adapt to the climate. So you saw in the desert, the roofs are flat because it never rains in Minecraft deserts. It makes a lot of sense, but for the plains, it's a bit steep roofs, for example.
Very cool, and we can share more on that soon as well. That's awesome. We've also been looking into the
Yeah,
inhabitants
Agnes
of those
is
villages
great.
themselves, right?
Yes, and they will get
They're
new fancy
updating
skins.
villages, so that
Okay,
means
let's take a look at those.
She has a good feel for the game. She says good stuff. Oh wow.
Yeah.
Look at him.
They have bandanas now.
Look, African villages. I called
Oh,
it.
that's so cool.
Okay.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that. This is
I wonder if
pirates.
that's only cosmetic or if it's actually gonna affect trades. That would be interesting.
Yeah.
The only thing is
This is
I'm
quite
95% sure iron farms are gonna
Yeah, oh
get
yeah,
patched
iron
too.
farms are going to have a massive redesign.
Oh, that's good. New challenge.
By the way, someone said, like in the earlier clip, we saw sandstone walls, so that's nice.
Yeah, yeah.
But
oh yeah,
that's
that's
awesome.
nice.
Tell me a little bit about how that works.
Oh yeah, so the skins are biome dependent, and they also get unique details depending on the profession. So yeah, there will be lots of different variations. And we also do other things to villagers and the village mechanics. For example, we want the villagers to be more intelligent. So we'll have like a schedule, going to the work, going to a meeting point.
Oh my God, this
Oh
is,
no,
And we
they're
are
changing
updating
stuff.
the trading as well.
this is exactly what I
That
told
sounds
them
amazing.
when
So
I was
basically,
there.
everything
my
about
God.
the villages is going to have more life, feel more unique,
Yes.
and kind of more consistent from the villages themselves to where they
I
live.
told them we need miners and all
Oh.
this stuff.
That's
Oh my, they're doing it. Wow.
Okay, so we've talked a lot about the villages. We've
That's
talked
pretty
about
cool.
these
Yeah.
cool, nice features. But Jens, you said it was
What if that
called the
means we'll
village
get more
Pillage,
trades
isn't
and
it?
stuff like that
Yeah,
too?
exactly.
Just
Yeah.
wonder how
I
laggy the
should
new
mention
villagers
that
will be.
one of our like principles is that it's up
I mean,
to
you
the
could
player
get your,
to build the world.
Okay,
your
let's
villager
listen.
trading home
Wait,
back.
let's listen what
More
it says.
kind of intelligent and have more of their purpose regarding their profession. It's up to the player to make sure they have a good village to live in. And there's more reason for this now, because in addition to improving the villagers, we are also introducing raids. So it gets a little bit complicated, but we have villages, villagers, illagers, and now we're introducing the pillager.
What?
Cool.
The villager?
And we can take a quick look at what those guys get up to. Let's check it out.
Isn't it the same as a zombie siege?
Oh no, the
Oh, look, what? Look at that
Is it
thing! What is that?
Those.
looks like a
Oh, that's
rhino with
cool.
2 horns.
Cool.
Jesus.
They have crossbows.
Wow!
Yeah. Well,
That's not-
that's...
That's
So-
a crossbow, yeah. Wait,
If
let's
they
watch
wouldn't
and
drop
comment
it, it would
later.
be
Let's
weird,
watch.
right?
Oh my god.
Let's
What?
Look at the nitwits just standing around doing nothing.
look at the area.
That looks great.
Did you see the trees?
Yeah.
The
Oh,
future
yeah.
of
Wheat
quarries.
farms. Wheat
Wow.
farms
That's
is
actually cool.
investing.
Oh.
So as you can see, the pillagers are wreaking havoc together with this
That is-
Which-
monster, and this thing is currently
Yeah, like golem variants
Shut
or
up,
something.
shut up.
and
To be honest, that kind of
Shut
looks
up.
cool.
really
Okay, I know.
Shut up!
It's quite a challenge to take down.
It seemed to be smashing its way through the whole place there.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. And yeah, so these raids will attack villages, and you will have to defend against them. And I was want to say, like, the Illager beast. If you have a name suggestion, I'm all ears. But we kind of grown fond of just calling it the beast.
Oh, yeah.
So do we know kind of why these pillagers are kind of doing what they're doing, or is that not quite decided yet?
It's one of the Minecraft mysteries.
Okay. Oh,
Too lazy to come up with
I
lore.
also
Hey!
noticed, the eagle eye in the viewers might have noticed that
Quite
they were
interesting,
wielding
though.
something that looked kind of powerful as well. What was that in their
Crossbows,
hands?
right?
It was a crossbow.
Crossbows.
Ooh.
So tell me a little bit about the crossbow.
Here we go.
Is that replacing the bow, or?
No. They are kind of well balanced. So the crossbow is really powerful. It deals more damage, and the arrows goes further, but it takes longer to load. And
Okay.
it also comes with new enchantments. Just want to say that.
Hey!
Oh,
Right, I think we can check that out as well. Show us the video of the crossbow.
okay.
Oh, that's...
That's still quite fast.
Yeah.
Yeah. They can do collateral kills or something.
Oh, triple shot.
Oh, that is...
What is that?
Fireworks.
Rocket shot?
Oh,
Yeah. Wait, that means, what, lights or something?
cool animation.
Yeah.
Wow, fireworks.
Nice. That was-
Finally used for damage doing
That was
fireworks.
cool. Okay, let's see
That
what they
drawback
say.
seems like a
And the
full
crossbow,
drawback.
is that
Yeah.
going to be similar to the trident, where you have to kind of discover it in the world? Or
No, you can craft it. So
cool, so that's a craftable item.
Yes.
Oh,
Say the kind of multi-shot thing there. That's how the enchantments work with the
Yeah,
crossbow.
that's one of the enchantments, and we have fast load, and there are also.
fast load? Ooh, that sounds good. Bring back
I'm actually
postman.
excited for that.
So
Oh.
I mean, this stuff all sounds absolutely amazing. Can you divulge when?
Don't
when
encourage
they can
Regu.
get these features?
So the Village and Pillage update will officially come out early next year, but
Okay.
we are in the Java snapshots. You will be able to try out some things in the experimental phase, but we'll also release some features before the holidays.
Some of
Oh,
those features or some.
No,
Oh, right, before the holidays.
First of all, we're gonna introduce cats as their own mob instead of being ocelots.
Yes, so we thought that ocelots and cats are amazing, so they deserve to be their own mobs. And we have done lots of updates to the cats.
What?
So there will be stray cats walking around in the villages, and you can have them as a pet, and they can bring morning gifts.
Oh,
And
that's gonna be
also
so
they can
annoying,
also
all those
really stray
cats.
What kind of gifts do the cats bring you, like diamonds and stuff?
Not really diamonds. This is a secret,
Oh.
but not diamonds.
Okay, cool.
More cat kind of gifts, you know.
And I can see here, so you've updated the. I mean, we used to have 3 cat skins, right?
Yeah, exactly. So
Furball farm.
we're
Confirmed.
gonna add more skins for the cats, and we thought it was funny to have 9 skins. And as you may know, one of the original skins, the Tuxedo Cat, was based on my wife's old cat Newton. And you can see the big question mark here in the middle that we are going to ask the community to submit pictures for their cats and have kind of like a competition. So one community member is going to have their cat immortalized in Minecraft.
funny.
So they can get their real life cat then we're gonna make
Angle's
it into
cat.
Minecraft cat, and that'll be the
Yes.
ninth cat.
Oh yeah,
skin
we
in
could
the
probably
game.
do that.
Oh yeah.
So there will be more information about this, exactly how it's going to work on Minecraft.net in a few weeks.
Okay, that sounds amazing, and that's a pretty cool prize, I think.
All right.
So there's like a 113.2 for
Maybe,
Christmas.
yeah, with
So
small
we're
stuff,
getting
yeah.
cats.
Maybe the cats.
With the cat update before holiday.
Ah, okay.
Not
Yeah.
the official name, by the way, but yeah, we're getting the cats. Is there anything else coming along with those?
Yes, we're adding scaffolding.
What?
Scaffolding. One of the longest requested
Oh.
features.
What? Okay.
Something you suggested as well, right, Doc?
Yeah,
Not everyone did, but
everybody wanted that, yeah.
During the
But-
Minecraft Q&A, people requested scaffolding. So yeah, it took a little while, but finally.
It's 7 years, it's fine.
So how will the scaffolding work?
Yeah, I mean,
Oh,
the
man.
purpose is, of course, to make it easier to build, so we maybe not need all the weird dirt constructions to build anymore.
Okay.
So, for example, it will be really fast to climb up, and if you
Oh.
remove the bottom part of the scaffolding column, everything will break. So it's also really fast to remove it when you're done with your
Oh,
fancy
collapsible blocks.
Sweet.
Great, so it's
Oh
giving
my
players
God.
just, opportunities to make builds.
It's gonna be
quicker
useful for
and
the
easier.
other
Can't
stuff
get
as
to
well.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Cool. And what's it
Sounds
gonna
like
be
it's
made out
gonna
of? How
be-
do I craft scaffolding?
They are made of bamboo.
Bamboo. Yes,
So a
bamboo.
new- a new-
Dude,
Bamboo.
finally.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, and they, I mean, it's a new bamboo, so there will be like bamboo forests and stuff like that.
Oh.
And what else do you
You
use the
tree
bamboo
farm?
for?
Well,
Bamboo farm. Not tree.
Oh,
Oh.
oh,
oh,
Ooh.
Oh,
oh. Look at that. Bamboo.
it's quite populated there.
Panda bears! Oh,
Pandas!
snap! Oh,
Give us
snap!
Bamboo.
And
Imagine
they
if
harvest
bamboo
bamboo.
was like-
It looks like they break bamboo, so you can use them to as farming.
did you see one of them had red eyes while eating?
Yeah.
Why are they sneezing?
Oh, right. The sneezing meme.
Wow. Okay, interesting.
Brock wasn't kidding, they
So
had a lot
I
of
think
stuff.
that's
Yeah.
pretty
Yeah.
obvious that we're bringing pandas to the game. Agnes, tell me a bit about those.
yeah, I mean, like a big thing with pandas are they are cute and they are a bit silly. And we also really wanted the players to connect to their pandas. So we thought that if we add like different like personalities or traits to them, you will feel like your panda is more unique. So we did that as well. So in the video you saw like there was a panda with red eyes. That's an aggressive panda. You should not hurt an aggressive panda.
Well, you shouldn't hurt any kind of panda, but
Of course not. But it don't hurt pandas. But no, but the aggressive one will probably be a bit upset about it, extra upset about it.
and what other kind of traits can the pandas have?
They can be, for example, lazy and playful. And then, yeah, I heard rumors about a one that actually is a brown panda. Very
Wow,
rare.
okay.
Wow.
That sounds amazing. I mean,
Oh,
what
brown
made you
panda?
think to include pandas in the first place?
So when we have our, we essentially have like creative workshops when we try to list what we want to include in the next update. And since we have such a huge community in China with over 150 million registered players, we invited our partner NetEase to give us the feedback from the Chinese community and what they really wanted to see in the game. And obviously they picked the giant panda. And we sent our sound engineer Samuel to China to record the actual sounds from the actual pandas.
And we actually have a little.
Oh, that's-
We documented that trip, so let's take a look at that.
Absolutely.
模样非常重视中国的 Minecraft 玩家，在一次沟通中有提到是否把中国的特色生物加入到 Minecraft 中，而我们第一个想到的就是国宝大熊猫了。
We're at Chimelong
only
Safari
pandas?
Park in
Something else.
Guangzhou, China, and we're here to
I
record the
see.
sounds for the panda. Because the pandas are so protected in the wild and they're endangered, so this is the closest we get to their natural environment.
还有呢，它吃东西的时候，它比如像想跟我们饲养员要那个食物，就像竹笋啊、苹果那些，它想要吃到那个精饲料，就等于它就会有一种粘人的感觉，就粘着你，然后一直。
I like this guy, he's so happy.
Yeah.
What I think is interesting about pandas is that people think they are very, very quiet, but they have a variety of sounds. They have panting, bleating, and sort of squeaking.
Oh.
So I'd like to capture all of them and incorporate them in the game, of course.
我的世界中国版上线以来，受到了众多玩家的支持，而大熊猫是中国的国宝。我相信大熊猫的加入可以为。
If it's gonna be primarily squeaking, then I feel like that could be annoying quite soon.
与美丽的、可爱的国宝进行互动，也一同享受探索世界的乐趣。
They're so cute.
Nice.
I'd really like to be able to speak panda like that guy in the middle of that video when he did the sound effects.
Good
Anyway,
stuff so far.
this all sounds completely amazing. I can't wait for
Where's
us to get our
Panda
hands on it. So
4994?
just remind me again, Jens, when are we getting these things?
So yes,
Yeah,
Village
should
and
be
Pillage will be out early next year, and for the holiday
Locked in a
update, we'll have the cats, pandas, bamboo, and scaffolding.
And that'll be out even sooner. That's awesome.
Wow, okay, so that's also
We've reached that
before.
point in the show now,
Nice.
and I think
Nice.
you guys must be really excited
that's
to
cool.
find out which biome you're going to update next.
Yes.
Oh my god, now I'm gonna rant.
Did I hear
People, they voted for Tiger again. I want foxes and fire camps.
Is anybody
Man,
excited
light the
to
ground
find
on
out?
fire
Yeah.
and hit a fox and a wolf, and then you have a fox. My god.
Okay, so who
Ostriches,
gets to
no.
do the
Termites, no.
I guess,
Yeah,
okay.
people always vote so stupidly at the.
Well, at least this time
Yeah,
we're
we
gonna
still
get
get
happen
it.
anyways, Doc.
Yeah, we still get
Yeah.
it, sure, but last time they screwed up the mob
Okay,
vote and we
we
got
have
fan
Yeah.
camps.
And
Come
the
on.
winner is
And everyone now hates
Tiger.
phantoms.
Tiger, what a surprise!
Wow.
Maybe Doc came back from the. He already knows all the results.
Excited over there. Yeah, we are. And the fox
Wait, wasn't
is
a tiger a
so
tree as
excited.
well?
Are you
No.
excited about
The
updating?
berries.
Only one without a tree.
Berry
The only
trees.
one without. Oh
Well,
goddamn.
thank you so much for sharing.
Well, at least
all
they
these
stayed
updates
away
with
from
me
desert,
and for
so I
sharing
can
what's going to happen to
still
Minecraft
keep
in
on
the future.
working.
Let's take
on
a quick
convincing
look
them
at the
we
recap
need-
and see
We
again
need
what's coming to
sand
Minecraft soon.
golems. Okay, so pandas,
Bamboo.
bamboo and pandas, biome villagers, okay.
Crossbows.
Good.
Crossbows, yeah.
Triple
But
shot.
did you see how big
Good,
the
good.
wheat fields are?
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's
Sandstone
fun.
wall.
Yeah, they're like Samsung
The
walls or
beast.
something.
That
It look-
thing is interesting.
It had a tell. It seems
Stay
rideable.
tuned for the post-show recap, followed by the live developer panel, backed by popular demand. And we
Live
also have
developer panel.
amazing community
What you
panels
expect.
How long is that? How
Ridiculous.
Well, yeah, we're not gonna live stream that. I just wanted to have the talk here pretty much. So yeah, guys, what do you think? I'm gonna mute the stream here a little bit. Quick roundup from the Minecraft experts in the room here. Yeah, what do you think? Mango?
Yeah, only positive. I mean, it's all good stuff. Yeah,
Yeah.
can't complain. Yeah.
Yeah, looks pretty interesting, right? I mean, the scaffolding blocks. I'm quite interested in that. That you
That's
said.
gonna be super technical.
Yeah, I think this might lead to a lot of stuff. First, as you said, you can climb up very quick on it, and that it is a self-collapsing block. That seems to me always interesting.
Well, with the self-collapse block, I kind of feel that's like a chorus plant, right?
Yeah.
That would be the easiest way to do it anyway, right?
Yeah.
Just like take code from there.
If the whole
I
thing
kind of-
collapses, I don't know. Maybe
It's like how after the Bedrock stuff got announced, the viewership went decreased by 15,000 viewers.
Yeah, well, that's not so. So theoretically, I already think if you have scaffolding and then you put sand on it and break the scaffolding below it, probably in the first snapshot it's not gonna update and you can make floating sand with it. I'm calling it now. So, yeah, that seems cool. So the crossbows also
Yeah, like
interesting.
in the video, it seemed to reload quite fast, even though they said it would be very slow. And then additionally, you have a fast reload enchantment.
Probably that crossbow was rocking that enchant already, because I feel they were demonstrating, that they showed the triple shot there too. So maybe they showed the enchantments there.
Well, they also said there's more coming as well.
Well, we know of 3 enchantments, right? We have the fast reload, we have the triple shot, and then the one where you can shoot rockets.
Rockets, a firework shot, yeah. Maybe.
So that's 3 already. That's quite nice, and then you probably can do unbreaking and mending on it most likely.
Yeah, and probably like sharpness or whatever.
That was pretty interesting. The pandas. There's Ren. There's there's Ren dog. It's Stress. All right, okay, you need to bring the sound back. Ren, my man, Ren, diggity dog. Finally, someone reasonable.
Just talking about this. So
yeah.
I'm joined by Ren dog.
I'm freaking out right now.
How are your notes there? Because mine have just like gone a bit big.
I've got lots of scribbles going on here. There is so much amazing stuff coming up.
My man Ren.
It's crazy.
He's the best.
And also we've got Stress Monster who's here with us as well.
Didn't know he looked like that.
Notes?
Yes.
My notes I tried to remember.
Almost.
There, so I can't remember them up here.
Ren is the best, man. He got swag.
I can get through all of that.
It's pretty ridiculous.
We were kind of watching it together here in the backstage.
Why didn't they put on
studio,
Ren
and,
at the starting
3
segment?
minutes
Look how
I was like,
good he
what?
looks. What a handsome man.
I'm a bit overexcited.
No, like it's good, but it was kind of like back-to-back announcements. So I suppose we should probably start off with what was your favourite one? What was the kind of biggest one that you saw that you think like, oh yeah, I'm totally up for that. That's totally my jam.
Well, 5 days ago, I was playing on the Hermitcraft server with my fellow hermits, Darkhem77.
Yeah!
Skull 85 and False Symmetry are putting a bikini on it.
Sharing the love!
Right, okay, I was with
it happens.
Exchange.
Yeah.
Now I'm here on a couch and I've just seen a giant land beast decimate a village. I mean,
hey, Lisoro, thanks for the subscription.
That looks awesome.
That looks amazing.
Yeah. I'm
terrifying.
I'm scared
Ren
of
is
that.
my man.
I'm scared of that. But the crossbows, like, I'm so excited for the crossbows and like the multi-shot. That's just
there was some exciting.
So what do you guys think about the beast? Right, so it had a saddle on it, so it seems rideable.
Yeah.
To be at least 1.8 tall, maybe 2 blocks tall, right?
Let's turn the sound.
A nice elevator.
Yeah, but that's probably gonna be a unique item. So, do you think they're gonna spawn or?
No idea.
Could also where are those villagers even coming from? I doubt they're gonna travel 10,000s of blocks to get
exactly.
Yeah, I think it's going to be an event.
There must be
something they spawn around. I'm gonna assume the pillagers are the zombies, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, it would be like an event like a zombie siege. Yeah.
I would assume it would replace the zombie siege.
Probably there is a way.
Kind of lame.
Probably there is a way to isolate a village somehow. And give them a spawning space so you can spawn them. Depends what they drop, I'm pretty sure they would have some
emeralds or something.
Yeah.
No. Pillagers and illagers are not the same thing.
Exactly.
Really? Yeah. They
had
you have to watch out. They have villagers, illagers, and pillagers, and then what was the other thing? Zombie villagers? I don't know.
Yeah, but I mean, what would you drop if you rob villagers?
I don't know. I mean, they are just pillaging hordes. They come with riches. They should have diamonds and stuff, right? God knows where they got them from.
I would assume the standard pillager with the crossbow would have a chance to top the crossbow, right?
Yeah.
And maybe like a zombie, some like random, not super great loot.
I think
that
the
is
chances,
like useful for certain things, but not terribly useful.
It would just be string and sticks, though, the crafting.
Well, the key thing is, can you somehow maybe mount these beasts? Probably not.
It had a saddle, so it seems like you would be able to mount it. And if villagers travel with things, there must be some way domesticated, right? At least to the point where putting a saddle on them makes sense. And why would saddle on them if you cannot ride them?
Yeah. Question is, what do they do? Like, the question is always, will they introduce a mob that can actually break blocks that are in front of them?
It breaks wheat and stuff could be used for farms.
Yeah.
So let's see what blocks it can break. Maybe it'll be able to break some certain blocks in a village. That would be interesting, of course, for any type of block breaking setup, right? Farms, etc., etc.
Yeah, wheat, carrots, potatoes.
Well, if it's only crops, that would be...
crops is not so interesting, but if it would actually
because you can make a farm with it.
It could break wood, right? Or so that would be glorious.
But
with
your villager farms, you could have the thing that the beasts breaking the crops and then have villagers plant them.
That seems very interesting. The bamboo that seems to be a nice and easy to get crop for the scaffolding stuff. I like that they did the. Whoops! Somebody did something. $10 donation. Thank you, Joachim. Kick ass. Keep on kicking ass. Yeah.
Well, I would assume that bamboo behaves kind of like sugarcane.
Yeah.
Right? Like from a logical, it grows upwards. Like it would be the easiest way to do it. Just retextured sugarcane. Right?
It could probably grow taller, right? I would
it definitely was taller than.
Yeah.
It looked solid as well. Like you couldn't walk through it like you can with sugarcane.
And it also looked like
in real life grows really slow and then it grows all in one day or something like that.
Yeah, super fast.
Very interesting. Yeah.
And also it seems that the pandas were breaking it and eating it.
Yeah.
Thanks for the
seeds.
cheer.
Seeds drop as well.
So that is also something you can use them to harvest it in a way. Depends how much they eat of it, though.
We can probably just use a piston, hopefully.
Yeah, but I'm just thinking of fun stuff. I mean, trap a panda, make him harvest your sugarcane.
Well, pandas also seem
very
interesting. Like if you have pandas that have different traits, like playful and angry and so on, like. Is there anything to it other than it has red eyes? Maybe it like does something interesting for technical usage.
I doubt they'll have them drop anything.
Maybe
if pandas only like play the
bamboo,
like if the different character attributes of panda only like, hey, I'm gonna do different particles and a different sound now, I think that would be kinda lame.
And that's Chad.
The only thing.
Chad and Ori.
Red looks like damn.
You know, the thing is, he briefly brushed over the villagers and that they want to change them. So I think that is actually the biggest announcement, right?
They have to completely redo it because the normal village ceases to exist after one night of zombie attacks.
Exactly.
I mean,
So, and I was sitting out there with Agnes, Jab, and a few others on the bench, 3 or 4 of the developers, and I was telling my sad story that back in the days when Jab announced that he wanted to do the villager stuff, that I planned my whole world tour around it, and then nothing happened, and I'm really sad about it, and that it should really do. And then we talked about ideas. For example, a miner, right, that has some sort of a bit of a life cycle, quite similar to what Tango showed, right? So that was quite interesting to be quite fair. There could be a lot of stuff coming from that, interesting mechanics. I mean, if you can get villagers to mine for you,
well, like they said they're gonna have like a cycle. They're gonna go to work and then meet up and stuff like that. So
the thing is,
it seems that's something really common in game development, right? That look, you have an AI that has like that day planned out and so on, and have a schedule.
Yeah.
But if you apply it to Minecraft, like, what's the farmer gonna do? It's like, okay, this time of day, I'm gonna go and plow my field or whatever, right?
Yeah, I mean, the point is, if they can have jobs, like if they say he can go mining. If one can do it, I can make a farm and make hundreds of them. Throw him in a perimeter and say, dig, dig, my friends, you know?
Yeah, then it's gonna dig like 3 out of 10 minutes, because the other time of it's like, okay, I have to go to my meetup.
We will see. We will see how
the dig wouldn't make a lot of damage. I mean, you imagine if you have that village loaded for I don't know how many hours that they're just gonna wreck the whole environment around it.
I don't know how they would implement it. I mean, maybe they would dig straight for the closest ore they see or something. You know,
Yeah, but if they do that for a few hundred hours, then there's nothing left.
Yeah.
And nobody's playing for a few hundred hours.
Well,
probably not thinking.
Well, you know, Mango, I'm gonna unleash a few villagers in the let's say storage room on SciCraft. A week later, it's completely dug away.
Yeah.
Well, we will see what they do to the villagers, but that is, I think, that they quickly brushed over it. But if they really tackle the villagers now, you know, could be interesting.
I mean, it's the name of the update, so you would expect it.
Like like there was one of the villagers that had an eye patch, right? And you instantly said zombie, not zombie, pirate,
yeah,
right? And in 1.13, you had all the pirate boats on the on the ocean and so, and the floor of the ocean and stuff like that. Yeah. Maybe with 1.14 they're gonna do like, okay, now this is the next part.
Yeah.
The still working ship, of course, it's gonna move and so on, right? But it's like a ship's gonna spawn, has like 2 pirates on top of it, right? And you can maybe fight or trade with them or something like that.
Well,
that would be fun.
It is definitely interesting to think about where the villagers will come from, those pillagers. Will this be a zombie siege, or will this
out
be...
of thin air, obviously.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say it's like replacing a zombie. My call.
I think it's gonna be an event type of deal.
Yeah, that's a pretty reasonable call. Yeah.
When's the developer panel?
It should be after that, but I don't assume the developer panel will have much interesting stuff. You know, it's
a
panel is
according to the schedule. It should have started 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, it's a Q&A thing, and then probably people gonna ask, so Jeb, tell me the story. How did you get into? And then Jeb is gonna tell the story again, how he got to start with Minecraft and all. I'm not too interested in that, to be quite frank, or to rebroadcast it, better say. But yeah.
What would the next 9th cat skin look like?
I like the crossbow though. I like the crossbow. It looked slick to me. The fast shooting looked really good. You want
let's hope when they introduce that they're also gonna like try to address people little tiny.
Yeah.
Like it would be a good opportunity, right?
Yeah.